Hi everyone, welcome to day 58 of my daily challenge, which is to train and learn. Today is Tuesday the 1st of March 2022. The training for today has been an early morning rowing session and just finishing off with 100 burpees now. And the thought for the day is about getting maximum results under pressure. And it goes hand in hand with a saying that we don't rise to the occasion, we sink to the level of our training. That's a good saying in around tactical groups that is quite well known, but once again, we don't rise to the occasion, we sink to the level of our training. So what it means, and it's absolutely right according to what I've seen and experienced, is that we train for different events, different scenarios, and in the tactical response group we trained as realistic as possible. Different scenarios we might be doing a raid on a house or building scenario and it turns into a vehicle stop or something else. It all moves, it all changes. So we advance the scenarios, and so we can deal with every realistic situation possible. And what it meant was the guys that came to training all the time, they had the time to train, the desire to train, and really wanted to be the best they could be. They trained through all these scenarios, and the scenarios were in the back of their mind. So whenever we did a job, a lot of jobs went to plan, so you could have a good plan to do a search warrant on the house or building. You attack it from a few different angles, and you get the bad guys in the bed still sleeping or something like that, and it's all smooth. 2 or 3 out of 10, something would happen. The bad guys would be up and about. Someone might try and jump a fence, or a vehicle would leave, and things like that. Guaranteed, the first guys to react were the guys that had done the training, had allowed for all these scenarios. We had jobs every now and then. Most of the times we got the upper hand, but sometimes shots ring out. We get shots coming back at us and things like that. The guys that reacted first and led the way were always the guys that had trained for the scenario and one, they hadn't risen and start making decisions under that extreme pressure with any scenarios they hadn't seen before. They were basically making decisions based on scenarios that they'd done before, and they knew instinctively what they were going to do. There was 1 or 2 guys that didn't maybe come out to training as often and had other things on, projects, whatever, maybe didn't have the desire to be there every time. And they were led by the guys that knew exactly what was going on. They sunk to the level of their training, which was quite high. And the guys that hadn't been training also sunk to the level of their training, which was lower, and had to make slower decisions on the move and follow the other guys. So absolutely true saying, that one. The surfboat crew that I'm training, rowing crew that I'm training at the moment, great group of girls that they row really well. They should perform really well, but they've got a week until the state titles coming up, and we are putting in the hard work this week. What we've been doing for 6 months is training and gradually building up, but we're building up to extreme races now, and we're putting in the effort, and as though we're going to be racing neck and neck in finals, and we are going to be, because we've got some good crews to beat. So the training we're putting in, it will allow us to have that in the back of our mind, as well as the fitness and strength to compete when we're going neck and neck with the top crews in the state. And if it comes to that extreme pressure, we know we've got the training, we know we've got something to fall back on. We're not just going to hope for a miracle and rise to the occasion. We do want to rise to the occasion, but we need the training background. So exactly that. If you want to get great results under pressure, then train for it. Train to that level as realistic as possible. Train as high level as you can without injuring or breaking yourself, that sort of thing. But be ready for it by training for it, so that when it happens, you've seen it before, and the results will come. That's the thought for today. I'll see you tomorrow.